Alright, so I let the little ones out from underneath the coop. So that's who I'm making this hoop house for. We can get them roosted up. But now we're gonna let the big birds listen to foghorn. Good morning, y'all. Well, come on out. Now they're gonna come help me. Trying to get this hoop done. I mean hoop house done. But anyhow. Alright, so we got the framing up. Got the wire tied on the front and the rear. And you see it's 2 gauges of wire because this wire was too short. So I'm gonna pull it tight with zip ties here, and then however I have to trim it at the bottom because it is not the same exact wire, and then we'll stake it down all the way around and make it happen. It's the front part is a lot sturdier because it's heavier wire, but I think it'll be good. And if not, I'll run a board from the front to the back to make it a little stiffer, but I think it'll be fun. So we'll get this tightened up here and we'll show you. So this hoop house is pretty much done except for the door, and I hadn't decided if I'm gonna put the livestock panel in to cover this in the backside or chicken wire. It's not that I'm worried about anything coming in because it's gonna be inside this pen, but just support because I'm gonna cover it with a tarp. So I added these cross braces up here because the wire wasn't all the same size. Nice and sturdy. Got 3 roosting bars in here. So I think I like this thing. And later on, if I decide as my birds get older and I try to separate my breeds, I can always add some nesting boxes in there and really make it multifunctional. So that's done for now. And so on to the next chore. Alright, so if you've been watching, you know we're all these birds, we're trying to stretch our feed out as much as we can. So what Boots has done is designed this rack right here, which is a fodder rack. And this is what we're looking for right here. This is oats. And we'll soak them for a day, and then we'll stick them out and just let them go. And Boots set this irrigation system up on a timer, and then the low side of these trays have holes in it, so it waters the top and then it's a trickle down. So Mr. Hummingbird here, he flew away. But anyhow, so that's how we got that going on. And then I soak a mixture of feed. I'm going to do 2 cups of oats. This is 32-ounce cup. Cup of scratch grain. 2 cups of cracked corn. And a cup of wild bird seed. Let's do 2 cups of all-bird seed. I usually put peas in here too. Oh, and a cup of sunflower seeds. So then I'll take this and just dump it in the thing of water, which is not easy, holding the camera here, and let that soak overnight, and then I feed that to the birds in the morning times. So I usually soak 2 buckets. I feed 1 to the meat birds, and then I spread the rest of it out to all the rest of the birds. And they like this pretty good, and it fills them up, because it swells this feed up about I don't know, 3 times its size, so it fills them up. So we got that ready to go for in the morning. So, all right, so yesterday we got Leroy's engine tore down to this point right here. The valve covers are all loose. I'm gonna take that support rod out so I can get the rear valve cover off, but everything, all the hardware's out of it. And come to find out, this thing had a round port head with a square port manifold on it. So, I don't know. I've got this 84 Kenworth right here, which Jonathan and myself went to an auction and bought, and it had a round port head on it with a square port manifold. But I ordered this. This came yesterday. This is a round port manifold. So we're going to put this back on Leroy. And then we got the spacer plate for the head in yesterday. So today we got the head, and it's in this box right here. So let's see what this bad boy looks like. Alright, so it's a brand new head. And it is beautiful. Already got the injector cups in it and everything, so this thing is ready to bolt on. So, and this is not just a replacement head. This is what they call a stage 2 head. It's got 30% bigger cooling passages. It's got extra ribbon around the exhaust, and improvements on everything that is a weakness on this head. So this thing should be good for us. So looking forward to getting that on. And another reason why I did that was I can't afford to be down while I take this head to get it worked. So I got a new head, and I've got plenty of these 3406s. So this head's probably gonna go on that 84 engine I just showed you. So nothing's gonna go to waste around here, I promise. But this head does have a couple brake studs in it. There's one right here, and 2 down here. So those will definitely have to be removed before it goes on something else. But all right, so we got 2 more boxes of parts in today. And this is the oil pump, and then this is the exhaust manifold hardware, and a set of head bolts. So we got that. That's all our parts. So this is a cylinder liner, and like you do in an automotive engine, you bore a block for oversized pistons. But on a big truck engine, these liners come out and it's a fresh cylinder bore. But in order to get these liners out, you got to pull them out. And so I called Jonathan W. and told him what I was doing, and he made up this tool for me. And what it'll do, I'll replace this long bolt with some threaded rod, and it drops down in the cylinder, and that plate grabs the bottom of the cylinder there, and then this sits on the deck surface of the head, and you tighten the bolt down and it pulls the liner out. And I'll show you how this thing works when I get ready to use it. But that's a tool that Jonathan W. made for me that's gonna save me a lot of time and aggravation. Cool deal. That's what happens when you got good friends that got talent. So Jonathan, thanks a lot for your help. So thank you, Jonathan W., for fixing this tool for me. And you guys stay tuned, and I'll show you how to use this thing.